on the real mom who wants her children to have a fair chance at making their own decisions, while you and your I want to be a husband convince your child that they need to get the whole trans thing going on now so they can get a Disney contract. And we all know what Disney does to children. Imagine what they do to trans kids.
For years, people have been saying that Zaya may have privately felt pressured by the situation around her, and that she became the ultimate shield for the family's public image. Some critics have argued that she never truly chose such a high-profile public life, and was instead pushed into a spotlight that grew bigger and bigger through the actions of Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. Now, according to alleged insider claims, some of those long-running suspicions are being talked about again. The story being whispered behind the scenes is that the household may not be just the picture-perfect, supportive family many people see in interviews and headlines. Instead, some sources allegedly describe it as a carefully managed Hollywood PR operation. And according to these claims, Zaya may be growing tired of all the attention and pressure surrounding it. Here's where things get interesting. When Zaya came out to Dwayne and Gabrielle at age 12, Gabrielle openly admitted she wasn't sure how to handle everything at first.
I'm lucky to have Zaya as my bonus daughter. You know, I did not birth her, but I've never felt more connected to anyone. And I've never felt more of a purpose as one of the adults in her village that is standing 10 toes down, sometimes behind her, sometimes beside her, and sometimes in front of her leading. But no, I'm honored to love her.
She said she immediately started reaching out to cast members from Pose, contacting psychologists, and searching for every resource she could find so she could better understand the situation and support Zaya properly. But what if, according to critics and online speculation, much of what followed was also part of a larger image strategy? Some people believe the speeches, activism, public appearances, and high-profile projects were planned with maximum publicity in mind. And those conversations have only gotten louder as the family continues to speak publicly about their support for the community. Basically, some critics have argued that by presenting themselves as the ultimate modern and progressive family, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union have created a powerful layer of public support around their careers. According to these claims, that image has also opened doors to major opportunities and positive media attention. At the same time, online discussions have continued to focus on Zaya. Some people claim that if you go back and look at older interviews, public appearances, and social media posts, there are moments they interpret as signs of frustration beneath the polished, high-fashion image. These interpretations remain speculative, but supporters of this theory believe there may be pressure that comes with constantly being in the spotlight. The larger allegation circulating is that Zaya may feel overwhelmed by being connected so closely to a public brand built around advocacy and visibility. According to critics, having such a personal journey discussed on such a large stage could become emotionally exhausting over time, especially when every appearance, headline, and partnership attracts intense public attention. These claims gain even more attention because of statements made by Zaya's birth mother during a legal dispute. She filed court documents alleging that Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union were encouraging the legal name and gender change for reasons connected to business opportunities that could arise from Zaya's public profile. She also argued that if the intentions were purely personal, the family could have waited until Zaya reached adulthood before making permanent legal decisions. As part of the court filing, she stated, "He informed me that a lot of money had been already made and that additional money will be made in relation to our child's name and gender issue."
Trans people are being targeted, terrorized, and hunted in this country every day, everywhere, and there's rarely a whisper about it. We honestly don't approach this work as activists or leaders as much as we do this as parents who love our children and will do whatever the hell we can to keep them seen and secure and safe.
According to court filings, Zaya's birth mother alleged that Dwayne Wade told her he planned to make their child widely known because of the public attention surrounding the name and gender issue. She also claimed that he mentioned potential endorsements and contracts connected to that visibility. These allegations became a major talking point as the legal dispute played out in public. She further argued that because Dwayne is a high-profile athlete, the lives of his children have already received significant media attention for years. She pointed to his television appearances and news coverage discussing Zaya's legal name and gender change as examples of how public the situation had become. According to her statements, her biggest concern was not fame itself, but the possibility that a young person could become heavily commercialized and exposed to intense public scrutiny at an early age. She expressed worries about online trolling, negative commentary, photos being taken out of context, and the kind of unwanted spotlight that can follow someone for years. Those concerns resonated with many people online, and plenty of commentators said they understood why a parent might be worried about that level of exposure. To supporters of her position, the issue was about timing. They argued that Zaya was still young, and that major legal decisions could have been delayed until adulthood. Others strongly disagreed and believed the family was acting in Zaya's best interests. The debate quickly turned into a highly emotional and deeply divided public conversation. Dwayne Wade eventually responded publicly and forcefully on Instagram. He rejected the allegations and described them as an attack on both his character and his family. In his statement, he wrote, "While none of us are surprised by CO Vaughn's attempt to fight my child's identity and her unwavering attempt to drag my name through the mud, I'm very disappointed that she continuously finds ways of centering herself and her needs without regard to her children." He continued, "CO Vaughn has decided to pretty much be an absent parent to Zaya all on her own. I will not sit on my hands this time and allow her to make a mockery of my dedication to my family. The high road has run out of real estate." That response sparked another wave of discussion online.
I used to put on heels. I used to do all those things. I try to put on whatever my sisters wear. When all my sisters did, I try to do those things. So at first I said to myself, oh no, I did that. So I ain't just doing the things that I did. And then it kept going further and further. And then me and my wife had to look at each other and say, well.
Some people supported Dwayne's defense of his family, while others felt the reaction was harsher than necessary, especially since they viewed the mother's concerns as being focused on timing and public exposure rather than personal gain. The disagreement only added more heat to an already controversial situation. On the other side of the debate, some critics argued that if Gabrielle Union had placed more weight on Chauvin's concerns, she might have supported waiting until Zaya reached adulthood before moving forward with certain legal decisions. Those critics claimed Gabrielle was highly supportive of Zaya's choices in public, while they felt the birth mother's perspective was largely overlooked during the controversy. Supporters of that viewpoint often point to what happened afterward. Since becoming a public figure, Zaya has participated in several major fashion campaigns and high-profile appearances, including work associated with brands such as Miu Miu, Tiffany & Co., and Prada. There has also been significant attention surrounding entertainment projects involving the family. Because of these opportunities, some observers have questioned whether publicity played a role in how the situation was handled. Others strongly reject that idea and argue there is no proof that personal decisions were made for financial reasons. Another claim that has circulated online over the years involves Dwayne Wade's motivations. Some commentators have speculated that he became especially supportive of Zaya's public journey because of personal beliefs or aspirations of his own. However, those claims remain opinions and have not been substantiated by evidence. What is publicly known is that Zaya previously identified as gay, before later identifying as transgender, and Dwayne Wade filed a legal petition in Los Angeles seeking a name change on her behalf. Dwayne has also stated in interviews that Zaya expressed feelings about her gender identity at a very young age. That statement sparked intense debate. Critics questioned whether someone so young could fully understand such complex topics, while supporters argued that children can express consistent feelings about themselves long before adulthood. The disagreement became one of the most discussed aspects of the story. As a result, online conversations became increasingly divided. Some people took Dwayne's comments as evidence that Zaya had been expressing these feelings for years, while others viewed the situation differently and speculated that outside influences may have played a role. Those competing interpretations continue to fuel discussion and controversy around the family's public narrative. If you ask certain critics, they will tell you they believe Dwayne Wade's strong support for Zaya was influenced by personal experiences from his own life. Over the years, various rumors and online theories have circulated about him, although none of those claims have been publicly proven. Still, those discussions have continued to pop up across social media and entertainment blogs. One moment that fueled conversation came during a 2021 interview on I Am Athlete, where Dwayne spoke about wearing his sister's heels and clothes when he was younger. While many people viewed the story as a harmless childhood memory, others used it to push their own theories and assumptions about his personal life. There have also been several social media moments that attracted attention from critics. Some pointed to photos Dwayne posted with Gabrielle Union, including images that sparked debate about his fashion choices, accessories, and overall style. Supporters saw nothing unusual about it, while critics continued to analyze every detail and turn it into another talking point. Then there was a viral blind item that spread across gossip circles. The claim involved a retired NBA star and a former teammate, both allegedly married, but no evidence was ever publicly presented to support the story. Even so, online speculation quickly took off, with names being attached by internet commentators despite the lack of verification. Our public figures have also weighed in on these rumors over the years. One of the most talked about examples involved Boosie, who publicly criticized Dwayne and Gabrielle on social media and made several controversial remarks aimed at the couple. His comments generated major backlash, while others amplified the discussion even further. And that's not where the speculation ends. Jaguar Wright has also made numerous allegations about Dwayne and Gabrielle, adding another layer to the ongoing controversy surrounding their family. As with many celebrity rumors, these claims have attracted attention online, but they remain heavily disputed and continue to spark fierce debate among supporters and critics alike. But here's where the conversation takes another turn. One thing that keeps coming up whenever people discuss the Wade Union family is the question of publicity versus privacy. Critics have argued that nearly every major milestone in Zaya's journey ended up becoming a headline, a magazine feature, a television discussion, or a social media talking point. Because of that, some observers have wondered whether too much of her personal life has been placed in the public eye. Supporters of the family see things very differently. They argue that Dwayne and Gabrielle have simply used their platform to advocate for acceptance and support, especially for young people facing similar experiences. From that perspective, speaking publicly was never about attention or business opportunities. It was about visibility and representation. Still, not everyone is convinced. A major criticism that has followed the family for years is that nearly every public appearance seems to generate another round of media coverage, interviews, and promotional opportunities. Skeptics point to fashion events, magazine profiles, award show appearances, and brand partnerships as examples of how closely the family's advocacy work and public image have become connected. That has led some commentators to ask a controversial question. Where exactly is the line between raising awareness and building a powerful celebrity brand? It's a question that continues to divide audiences online, and there doesn't seem to be a clear answer anytime soon. Meanwhile, every new interview tends to reignite the debate all over again. One side views the family as trailblazers who have supported Zaya through intense public scrutiny. The other side believes the spotlight has become too large and too constant for such a personal situation. And that's what makes this story so explosive. Years after the controversy first started, people are still arguing about the same issues: fame, family, privacy, influence, and whether public advocacy can ever truly be separated from celebrity branding. With opinions growing louder on both sides, the debate doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. And if you think that's where the controversy ends, think again. Another reason this story keeps making headlines is because every new achievement involving Zaya seems to trigger an entirely new wave of debate. Whenever she appears at a major fashion event, lands a high-profile feature, or participates in a major campaign, supporters celebrate it as proof that she is building her own path and creating opportunities for herself. Critics, however, often see those same moments very differently. Some commentators argue that the family's public image has become so closely connected to Zaya's story that it's difficult to separate personal milestones from media attention. They claim that every major announcement quickly turns into a larger conversation about branding, influence, and celebrity culture. Whether that criticism is fair or not, it has become a recurring theme in online discussions. What makes the situation even more complicated is that public perception can change overnight. One interview, one social media post, or one viral clip can completely shift the conversation and send people rushing to debate the family's motives all over again. In today's social media world, every statement gets analyzed, every photo gets dissected, and every appearance becomes a trending topic. That's why some observers believe the family is caught in a no-win situation. If they stay quiet, people accuse them of avoiding difficult questions. If they speak publicly, critics claim they're seeking attention. No matter what approach they take, somebody is going to challenge it. Meanwhile, supporters continue to point out that much of the discussion is built on assumptions rather than confirmed facts. They argue that outsiders don't truly know what happens behind closed doors and that public speculation often goes far beyond the information that is actually available. So, the rumors refuse to disappear. Years later, the same questions continue circulating across social media, podcasts, blogs, and celebrity news platforms. Was everything handled for the right reasons? Did the spotlight become too intense? Or has the public simply become fascinated by a family that constantly finds itself at the center of cultural debates? Those questions keep driving the conversation, and the internet doesn't seem ready to stop talking about them anytime soon. And then there's another angle that keeps people talking. Some critics believe the biggest issue isn't any single interview, campaign, or public appearance. It's the sheer amount of attention that has surrounded the family for years. They argue that what began as a personal family matter eventually grew into a major public conversation that reached far beyond the entertainment world. Because of that, every move made by Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union, or Zaya seems to attract intense reactions. A magazine cover becomes a debate. A red carpet appearance becomes a debate. Even a simple social media post can spark thousands of comments from people arguing over what it really means. Supporters of the family often push back against that criticism. They point out that public figures frequently share important parts of their lives, and that visibility can help others who may be dealing with similar experiences. From their perspective, the attention isn't something the family created alone. It's also a result of public curiosity and nonstop media coverage. Still, skeptics continue asking tough questions. One argument that frequently appears online is that celebrity culture has a way of turning deeply personal experiences into public products. Critics say that once the major media outlets, fashion brands, television networks, and social platforms become involved, the line between personal storytelling and public promotion can start to look blurry. That debate has fueled years of heated discussions across social media. Some people believe the family's actions have helped create important conversations and greater awareness. Others argue that too much of the story has unfolded under the spotlight, and that the attention has become overwhelming. What's fascinating is that both sides often look at the exact same events and reach completely different conclusions. A public appearance that one person sees as empowering might be viewed by someone else as unnecessary publicity. An interview that supporters celebrate as educational might be criticized by others as image management. That's why the controversy never seems to fully disappear. As long as the family remains in the public eye, every new development is likely to restart the debate. And in today's world, where social media can turn any celebrity moment into a viral discussion within minutes, this story continues generating reactions, theories, and strong opinions from every direction. You see, these are exactly the kinds of arguments that have fueled claims from critics who believe Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade handled the situation in a way that also benefited their public image. According to that perspective, when people look at the legal disputes, the public attention, the major fashion opportunities, In the years of nonstop media coverage, they see a story that goes far beyond a private family matter. Critics often point to several factors at once: the highly public court battle, the disagreements between family members, Zaya's growing presence in the fashion world, and the endless online discussions surrounding the Wade Union family. When all of those elements are viewed together, some people argue that the situation appears closely tied to celebrity branding and public perception. Others strongly disagree and say those conclusions are based on speculation rather than facts. Meanwhile, online rumors continue to circulate that Zaya may feel overwhelmed by the level of public attention surrounding her life. It's important to note that there have been no public statements from Zaya confirming regret, nor is there verified evidence supporting those claims. However, that hasn't stopped social media users and commentators from debating the issue and offering their own interpretations. The truth is, nobody outside the family knows exactly how Zaya feels. Some people believe she is proud of her journey and comfortable with the opportunities that have come her way. Others wonder whether the spotlight has become difficult to manage. At this point, much of the conversation remains speculation. So what do you think? Do you believe the family handled everything appropriately? Or do you think some decisions should have been approached differently? And do you think the public attention surrounding this story has helped or hurt the people involved? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss future updates and discussions.